Hello everyone, this is the Kia EV5. I had 2 weeks with this and drove around 1500 kilometers, so know what it's like. And my main thing is today is what are the good things about this car and the bad things, and especially compared to the EV3, which is just a smaller EV5 but with very similar technology.
If your company has electric cars as company cars, of course you want your employee to charge at home. It's cheaper for you and it's easier for the employee. Tronity has a software solution for you to know how much you have to pay your employee for charging at home. With the Fleet Manager you manage your employees and your cars. Tronity connects to the cars and knows exactly when the car is charging at home and how much. And then you get an easy monthly bill for your employee. If you want to know more, there's a link in the description below.
So like I said, I want to look at this car in relation to the EV3. EV3 has the same battery, 81.4 kilowatt hours. We have a different front wheel drive motor where the EV3 has 150 kilowatt, this has 160, but the acceleration is a bit different. I put the numbers up here, what I achieved in the EV3 and what I achieved here in the EV5. Even though this car was a bit faster than what Kia says, still put the numbers up because this car is bigger, higher drag coefficient and heavier, and that's why acceleration is not that amazing. Of course, where this car shines to the EV3 and it's overall good is the space, especially on the rear seats and in the trunk. It's just way bigger than the EV3. So if you have bigger passengers, not just kids, on the rear seats, then the EV5 would be recommended. The same if you have a lot of stuff in the trunk. The front is also a bit bigger. Charging is something interesting. So first of all, the door is electric, where in the EV3 it's just manual, but you still have this thing here to take out and you can close it here, of course. AC, we have 11 kilowatt, but optional. All the cars, EV3, EV4 and so on, are coming out with optional 22 kilowatt. I'm pretty sure the EV5 will get that as well. And when it comes to DC charging, Kia says this car 10 to 80%, 30 minutes, a peak of 150 kilowatt. I got a peak of 149 kilowatt. And the EV3 should also take 10 to 80% in 30 minutes and have a peak of 130 kilowatt. In my test, it took me 33 minutes instead of 30 minutes. The adapter for 3.6 kilowatt from the charging socket you can get with the EV3 as well, but what you get in the EV5 that is not available in EV3 is a real normal outlet here. They can do 250 volts, 16 amp here in the trunk, which is of course very nice. Also something we have here in the EV5 that you cannot have in the EV3 is this down here. It's climate for the rear. You have a 3-way climate, where in the EV3 it's only 2-zone. Something that is here that I don't understand why this wouldn't be in the EV3, and maybe it's coming with an update, is the pet mode. When you press this, it explains to you what to do, and what you have to do is press start before set the temperature, and now you don't turn the car off. You get out of the car, close the door, lock, and then in the door there will be a thing, my pet owner will come back soon. The climate is set to 21.5 degrees. But what it still does, because it's Kia, when you have the car on and you close the door, there's a long beep, a warning, hey, you still have the car running, and it still does it when you are in pet mode, and this is a bit weak. The good thing is I don't see anywhere that's time related, so maybe this goes on not just half an hour, so very long, which I like. Now let's get to a few positive and negative things that I have with Kia overall, and they're the same in the EV3 and the EV5. Number one is this the driving data. It resets every time you turn off the car. The same, of course, when you turn off lane assist or speed limit warning, anything like this. And it has to. This is normal. But that the driving data is being reset every time you turn off the car is very annoying. Now, the cool thing is, if you are using the pet mode and you don't turn your car off, the drive data is also not being reset, and your lane assist and speed limit warning is also not being reset. It's like you had the car on the whole time, which is not bad. I have to say. And the cool thing, of course, is what I like always about Kia, when I do a long press on the steering assist button, lane assist is off, long press on a mute button, speed limit warning is off, and then I can put my assist system here and have my attention warning here that I can turn off, because Kia is very sensitive with the attention warning. You look somewhere else for 2 seconds and it starts beeping you, and not just once, many times, and it's very annoying. I turn it off. Also, what I'm not a fan of are these buttons here, because back in the day they had a feedback. Now they don't have a feedback, so I don't even know if when I press it, is it even working? Does it do something? Because the infotainment system is not very quick till something happens. It takes half a second. Not the biggest fan of those. What I like is that I have my main climate things here, and then the other climate is a bit hidden, and to do it while you're driving is also not the best, but it's okay. And then I have this favorite button where I have EV on, for example. I can have this wonderful view that shows me what system is using how much power, even the battery care, climate, electronic, and the drive. And it shows me percentage of how much this was from my drive. But this only goes with the first drive. So if this is being reset because you turned off the car but you drive on, you cannot set, hey, I want this for the long distance trip, for example. That's a bit sad. I can preheat the battery here if I want to, which is also cool. Something I noticed in this car right away, and I hope it's just really in this particular car and it's not something normal, the middle console scratches while driving. So you have your arm on here and then you quick the whole time. It's not horrible, but not great. Doesn't scream quality. Let's stay with the normal Kia EV stuff, so it doesn't matter 3 or 5. So the cruise control to activate that is nice. It's nice that you have 4 different distances. That's okay. The speed adjustment is not amazing when you want to go from 60 to 110, because you have to press and hold and it takes a bit. And then the steering assist, you can turn it on here. If you are on the highway, you can have highway assist where it automatically turns on. But what I hate, and I say it with every Kia that I get, is that when you brake and the cruise control, or you turn it off, when you turn your cruise control off, the steering assist stays on. And this is particularly annoying if you get off the highway, because you have to turn off your steering assist, you have to turn off your cruise control, go off. And then another thing that I hate, when you turn on the steering assist, automatically the lane assist is on as well. So if you don't like that, you have to when you go on a country road, you have to turn that off again. So you have to turn off 3 things if you're not a fan of those 3 things, and that's not my kind of driving. Another thing that all Kias and Hyundai have, it's nice that I have seat ventilation in 3 steps. That's really nice to have. A lot of cars don't have that. For example, the BMW iX3 didn't have it that I had the last time. It's also nice that I have my memory seats here. I don't have to go into a system. That's awesome. But this seat ventilation, even in 1, is already way too cold and way too strong. 3 is not that much stronger. So if you just want a tiny bit of cooling on your back, you can't have it. It's freezing or not. So when it comes to range, in the comparison to the EV3, you get a bit less range here. You get the same battery, same size, but since this car is just bigger and heavier, you have and more drag coefficient, you get a less efficient car, and therefore you get less range. And it charges it into the battery maybe a tiny bit faster, but not really. It's not a big difference. So when it comes to range and stuff like this, EV3 is better. EV5 is just when you need more space. Okay, let's sum it up a bit. Overall, Kia EV5 is an okay car, and as I said it in the with the EV3 as well, okay car means it does everything okay, nothing is special, not amazing power, not amazing stability, not amazing charging, not amazing range. Software is okay, but not incredible. It doesn't have anything that's, oh my god, but it's also not bad. in anything, which is really cool. So EV3 is and EV5 are great cars for an SUV. EV4 is just more range because it's not an SUV, but the same platform, same software and everything. The EV5 is just if you need way more space for the trunk and especially for the people on the rear seats. That's just how it is. But that's it for me. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day and take care. Bye.